Howdy y'all, I'm Grammzz and today I am starting a new series called Console Peasant Quotes. Now I want to get a couple of things out of the way before we start. I have played on both PC and console. I prefer the PC over the console, but I have nothing against console. Every console peasant is on console, but not every console player is a console peasant, if that makes sense. There are also PC elitists. I try to avoid being one, but let's get into the two articles I have lined up. The first article is by Unilad, and it's titled, Analyst Claims 20 Million People Will Ditch PC for Console Gaming. This is by Ewan Moore, and this was, 2 months ago? 3? If you listen closely, you can hear the distant rumbles of millions of furious PC gamers. A new report has suggested that in the near future, those who use PCs, often the proudest and most assured of the platform they play on, that is generalizing, that's my first problem with this article, will ditch their long-held choice in favor of console gaming. Insert X-doubt meme here. The report comes from John Petty Research, via PC Gamer, which claims that the PC market continues to decline. The research firm goes on to forecast that around 20 million gamers could leave their PCs behind for TV gaming platforms, in quotes, known to you and I as home consoles. Now, I don't think it's fair to say that a TV gaming platform has to be a home console. Just in this tab right here, I have a tiny PC. This is meant to be an HT PC, meant for small spaces. This would work great in a living room setup. It's the size of a console and it beats it. While I am inclined to label the claim that as many as 20 million could affect console gaming is doubtful, the JPR report does make some interesting points that certainly back up the ideas that a number of gamers, maybe not 20 million, but a fair few, could leave their old PC-loving ways in the past. For example, JPR reckons that the majority of PC defectors would be those who have low-end builds, arguing that improving the quality of console hardware and exclusive games make a €500 or pound console a more sensible investment than a low-end PC that costs around the same. While yes, a $500 console is a good value with a lot of exclusives, but there are also other options in the PC market. Here we have a video by Random Gaming HD. All videos mentioned in this video will be linked in the description. And it's titled, How does my $500 Ryzen 3/GTX 1060 PC compare to the Xbox One X? Now, I have already watched this video, and long story short, while yes, in 4K, the Xbox will perform a little better. This was during the crypto mining craze, so he can only get a 1060 3GB rather than a 6GB. Due to that limitation with a 3GB of VRAM, he couldn't beat it in 4K, but in 1080p, it wiped the floor with an Xbox. If this was a 6GB 1060, it would have been in 4K as well. And this costs the same as an Xbox One X, which rebuttals this claim. In addition to consoles becoming more powerful than ever before, JPR argues that cloud gaming services that cause TV or mobile screens as displays, such as Google Stadia, will further contribute to bringing people away from traditional PC gaming. I'm doing this on my phone. The Steam Link app. But cloud gaming, there's also PC alternatives to that as well. Of course, it's worth taking these predictions with a healthy dose of skepticism. As PC Gamer points out, WePC reports that the value of the PC gaming market has been steadily increasing since 2011. While a survey from January last year found out that over half of all developers asked said that they were developing their games for PC or Mac. For comparison, 27% said that they were developing for the PS4, 22% for the Xbox One, and 3% for the Switch, which hadn't been released. With the PlayStation 5, Google Stadia, and new Xbox console all preparing to enter the scene in the next few years, it'll be interesting to see how exactly that impacts PC gaming. In my experience, PC owners tend to be pretty faithful to their platform for a number of reasons, so I don't see the market for traditional machines dying off anytime soon, not the extent JPR predicts at any rate. Okay, so throughout this article, he talks about PC gamers as if they are all elitists. Well, yes, there are elitists out there. There are also the people who play on PC who respect console. Like, I have an Xbox, I have 2 Xboxes and a Wii sitting downstairs, and I love them both. But, quite frankly, I spend more time on my PC, it has better graphics, higher FPS, and it allows me to do more things, such as recording this video. So, I don't see the fact that a new console generation coming out would drop a drastic amount of PC players from their platform. Our next article is from Mud, and it is written by Subham Argawal. Sorry for my bad pronouncing skills. He has written 105 articles. He is based out of India. He is a freelance technology journalist. When he is not writing on whatever's trending in the world of technology, you will find him either exploring a new city with his camera or playing the latest game on his PlayStation. So there's the first problem with this article. It is a PlayStation gamer. Not somebody who uses both, but somebody who specifies that they use their PlayStation, which I'm gonna guess indicates a bias. So this article is titled 7 Reasons Why Console Gaming is Better Than PC. So let's get into it. The article opens by saying, the console vs PC gaming debate is a perennial battle we don't expect to end anytime soon. But if you're just starting out, or looking to switch your gaming rig, a console might be the way to go. Here are 7 reasons why console gaming is better than PC gaming. The first reason is, console games just work. With console gaming, there's essentially no installation process. You simply insert the disc or download the game, and in a couple of minutes, you're all set. There are no pesky drivers to worry about, nor you will have to download a separate proprietary installation tool for a particular game. Sure, you may have to download updates if there are any, but this is a simple process. In addition, on a PC, you might also have to make a few adjustments to your machine's specifications, like the game's graphics settings, in order to avoid frame rate drops. The bottom line is that on console, you won't have to face the majority of the common nuances of configuring a new game on PC. It just works. There's so much wrong with this one point. First of all, how difficult do you think it is to download a game? Here, I can do it right now if you want. I have Steam already open. Let's just go to store. Then we can it's already set to free games because I'm poor. Let's say I want to play Dota 2, not even in my library. I just want to play the game. Play game. Next. And all I have to do is wait for it to download after this. But that just shows that it's not very difficult to get a game on PC. I've gotten games on console, both downloaded and disk installs, and they're both just as simple as using a PC. The next reason, you don't need to check the specs. Another burden you can avoid by opting for a console is hardware specifications. There are thousands of options you'll have to go through to find the right PC to suit your needs. You have to ensure that the mouse is comfortable and the graphics card can handle the games you want to play, and check how high the display refresh rate is, and more besides. And you don't have to worry about, and they link to another article, you need to check that your mouse is comfortable before you start playing a game. Okay, first of all, I have a wired Xbox 360 controller that I'll use for racing games on my PC, which in that case, I don't even have to worry that my mouse is comfortable. I never do. The only one of these that's actually true is checking if the graphics card can handle the games you want to play. That one's true, because if you have a really weak graphics card, you're not going to be playing like the newest AAA games. Like if you have a 1650, you're not going to be playing Shadow of the Tomb Raider maxed out 4K. But your display, you have to check how high the display refresh rate is? That just isn't a thing. You don't do that. You just run the game. It doesn't matter what the refresh rate of a monitor is. It matters what the game is running at in terms of FPS. I use a 60Hz display currently, and I'm ordering a 75Hz display in the next few days. But that doesn't affect the specs I have to check for playing a game. Once again, if I go to Dota 2, we're going back to Dota 2. Look at the specs you have to check here. Your OS, your processor, the amount of RAM you have, your graphics card, DirectX version, varies by game, your network, storage, and sound card. Nowhere in there does it mention your mouse, nor your monitor's refresh rate. That's just somebody who doesn't know what they're talking about trying to write an article. And then it continues with saying, with consoles you only have to worry about your budget and your desire to play 4K games. In addition, unlike PCs, consoles continue to perform smoothly and run the latest games even after a couple of years of use. PC rigs generally wear out quicker and you'll be forced to upgrade 2 or 3 years down the line, especially if you want to try out the most recent games. Came out in 2014, I knew that already. Then if we just add one simple letter, would you look at that, 3 years after. Just the thing it was talking about saying that PCs have to be upgraded after 3 years. How many Xbox players upgrade to a One X exactly? 3 years after the original came out? There are more AAA games to choose from. I'm not even going to read this one. I just want to say, let me just Google one thing. As of 2018, there were 9,000 games just on Steam, not like GOG, Origin, none of that. There are currently 2,039 games on the PS4. So on the full Xbox One, there are over 250 games. Then if we go to Switch, there aren't that many. I don't really need to look at that one. That game didn't launch with many titles. But there are more games on PC than all 3 of the major consoles combined. With studios such as Sony and Microsoft backing them, consoles have benefited from a wide collection of AAA games. Just look at the best PS4 exclusives for proof, once again linking to one of their articles. And the reason he doesn't say Xbox exclusives is because there are none. All of Xbox exclusives are on PC now. What is it? PlayStation 5 releases in 2020, 2021. We will have the ability to get an emulator for the PS4. Therefore, we have all the exclusives. There's a PS3 emulator as well as an Xbox 360 emulator. So we have all the previous generation exclusives. And we have things like old NES games, which you can't even get anymore. Some examples that I list are, for instance, some of the most highly rated titles such as The Last of Us, which is on PC, the Uncharted series, which is not, God of War, which is not, and Red Dead Redemption 2 are not even available on PC. So if you guys did not know, Red Dead Redemption 2 was a game made by Rockstar. Rockstar also made GTA 5, which at release did not come out on PC. PC had to wait, what was it, like 5 to 8 months? I don't remember the exact number. But we got the superior version of the game. More graphical options, it had the Rockstar editor, just had more features overall and was a better game. It was worth the wait. We had those, like 4 times the game supply? So I don't know how long this point will hold up for. PC will get their own version of Red Dead Redemption 2. To finish off, he says, on the contrary, most popular PC games will be ported to consoles. On that contrary, most popular console games are on PC. Once again, Dota 2, one of, if not the most popular games on Steam currently, is not on console. So what's your point here about saying that the most popular PC games are ported to console? Because quite obviously they're not. And even when they are, they run like crap, and they are inferior to the PC versions. Look at PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds on the Xbox. That game ran abysmally. I remember looking at that game when it originally came out, just laughing at how horribly it ran. I've seen budget PCs built for the same price just blow that out of the water. 1080p medium settings, 60 FPS, something that the Xbox One could not have dreamed of. Point number 4. Console gaming is generally cheaper. Oh boy, this one's gonna be great. Console gaming is much more affordable than PC gaming. You can buy one, as in PS4 or Xbox or Switch. You need to specify that. You can buy one for as little as $250 and still play each and every available game at 1080p. Okay, if we ignore the Xbox One X for now, which is double this, PUBG ran at like 720p. So what most Xbox games don't run at 1080p. That's just a flat out lie. Once again, your lack of research has created a bias to your PS4. That package will even include the controller, 1 or 2 games, and possibly more. New gaming PCs, however, start at about $700, and that will only enable you to play mid-tier games. Okay, for the record, yes, I have a $700 PC. I built it myself, but I wanted to spend that much. Here, let's just go back to this amazing guy with a fat head. His most recent video, $200 gaming PC. We have CSGO. One of the most popular titles on PC that is not on Xbox. 1080p high, 111 FPS. I'm sorry, Xbox, you want to talk about 60 FPS? PS4, you're good, I suppose. But this game, running at 111 FPS, it's $200, $201, cheaper than the price that you listed. This game is free. Fortnite, a game that runs at 900p on the stock Xbox One and the Xbox One S. 1080p medium settings, which is about equivalent to console settings, runs at 103 FPS. Once again, another free title. And for the record, this PC is using a 2nd gen i5 with a 960. Oh, PUBG, would you look at that? The game that I was just talking about, the Xbox not being able to run well. Here, 1080p, low to medium settings, running at 60 FPS. This is comparable to a 1X at this point at 1080p. Fallout 4? It hits a 60 FPS cap. It's able to stay to that, 1080p high. Okay, this is Battlefield 5, the newest one in the series. 1080p low, 52 FPS. That might be the only one that I don't even know what that one runs at the Xbox because I don't honestly care about Battlefield or Call of Duty. But that should be just about on par with an Xbox One S. So if you want to continue using the point of a $250 console will beat a $700 PC, you're just flat out wrong. Plus, you'll be spending hundreds of dollars extra for other accessories like the keyboard and mouse. I'm sorry, what? This is at Walmart, $20, you get a keyboard and mouse. Sure, are they super high quality? No. Do they work? Absolutely. In addition, on consoles, you can share game discs with your friends and split the cost. On PC, licenses are locked to a specific account and are non-transferable. I'll give you that one. You can definitely share discs. But Xbox they recently released a new Xbox. It doesn't have a disc drive. You wouldn't be buying a disc, you would be downloading games. And you can't share downloaded games. So while this point may stand somewhat now, discs are going the way of the dodo, and they will not be here for long, so enjoy this point while you can, because they won't always be here. You can play console games from your sofa. Has anyone heard of a Steam Link? Or the tiny HTPC, the one meant for a small setup like using with a TV? Since consoles are compatible with televisions, you can operate and play games on them from the comfort of your sofa. Their controllers are also designed in a way you won't have to fiddle around to find the right spot. PCs, in addition, being incompatible with television displays are not suited for non-desk setups. Is this man an idiot? Seriously, how dumb do you have to be to make a claim like that? I just had to Google, can you use a PC with a television? And it gives me the answer yes. Seriously, they use the same display outputs, HDMI and DVI, they're the same. And I can just as easily say, well, consoles can only be used with monitors. Because I can plug a TV into a monitor as long as it has that HDMI port. It's not about the device, to an extent, of course. If you're using like a PC from 2006 that only has like VGA, then you're probably gonna have a harder time, but you can use controllers with PC as well. It's easier to play with friends, because we have to spend $60 a year just to be able to play with them when a PC is completely free. PCs also fall short in scenarios like parties or when your friends come over to hang out. Your desk probably doesn't have the space for more than one keyboard and mouse. Your laptop might not have enough ports, and more issues plague a PC's ability to handle local multiplayer. Local multiplayer games are also going the way of the dodo. Quite frankly, an Xbox One and PS4 still aren't the best consoles for that. You want something like couch co-op, I would still use an Xbox 360 or a PS3 or even a Wii. There's still more local multiplayer PC titles on Steam than there are for the Xbox One and PS4. But either way, we're losing the ability to get couch co-op, which is truly disappointing. On a console, you can simply plug in more controllers to play with your friends. In addition, consoles have slots for USBs too. So if you have a keyboard lying around, you can plug that in as well. They have slots for USBs? Really? Actually, how many USB ports does an Xbox have? Like 4? A Minecraft YouTuber called Spifey played Minecraft with 8 mice at once. So once again, this is the bad argument. And plus, you can plug in a bunch of controllers to a PC. What's more, the aforementioned fifth argument supplements this advantage even further. If your monitor is a little smaller, for more than 2 or 3 people in your study, you quickly move to the living room where there's a larger television and more seating available. My PC sits in a loft that also has a TV in it. It's a small TV. Quite frankly, a TV is just as small as my monitor. Well, yes, my TV downstairs in the living room is bigger. We didn't buy it for, like, console gaming. We buy it for watching TV. Controllers are better than keyboard and mouse. This should not be fact number 7. This should be opinion number 7, because that is opinionated. I prefer the keyboard and mouse to an extent. If I'm playing a racing game, I don't use a keyboard. I just use my wired Xbox 360 controller. Controller preferences are certainly a subjective topic, and some gamers swear by arcade sticks. How is that relevant here? But if you're still new in exploring video games, the controller is the way to go. It's built with a design that more naturally sits in your hands, unlike the keyboard and mouse combo, which has a steeper learning curve. With a controller, the fingers you're not using can easily rest on the rear triggers and can come into play as soon as you want them. In addition, apart from FPS, first-person shooters, and RTSs, real-time strategy games, the joysticks are more ergonomic and fit for most titles. PlayStation 4's controller also has a touchpad so you can navigate around the interface easily. Do I need to get a laptop with a trackpad since they're basically the same thing? But this is personal preference. The first video games I ever played were those crappy like Nickelodeon Flash games on their website on my mom's old computer back in like 2009. So about a year after I started like playing those when I was in like kindergarten or something, I went to my family's ranch where my cousin had brought up his PS3 and I played Red Dead Redemption, I quite frankly didn't notice a difference. I've been using both since I was a very little kid, and it doesn't make a difference to me. But in FPS games, I cannot aim with a controller. When playing Fortnite, I honestly am better with touch controls on mobile than I am with a controller. Is that because I've had more practice? Yes. But I've played many hours of first-person shooters on consoles, and I just can't do it well. Are you ready to start gaming on consoles? While PC gaming certainly has its advantages, consoles are definitely superior. As outlined in this article, they offer a hassle-free experience, a cheaper point of entry, and a wider selection of games. All of those are wrong. If, after reading this article, you've made up your mind to buy a console, here's our Xbox One X review or our PlayStation Pro review to help you choose. You might also be interested in hearing the other side, and reasons why PC gaming is better than console. You know, I'm curious to see what this article says. Let's open this. Let's see. What does this say? You can customize your PC the exact thing that they dissed in the other article, saying that there were too many options. You can play online for free. You have more controller options. You can enjoy the best possible graphics. You have full backwards compatibility. PCs do more than just gaming, and ends with the same thing, and then the exact same article. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I feel like before I end this video, I should say that this is not my original series. This is not my original series idea. People like Top Hats and Champagne and Bullet Berry have also done amazing series like this, and I highly suggest you go and look up their videos on Console Peasant Quotes. So both of them will be linked in the description to their playlist of Console Peasant Quotes. But I hope you guys enjoyed mine. I guess I will just see you guys in the next one. Bye.